Hello, good morning. My name's Nigel Wilsonlock. I'm the head of secondary school here at the British School Al Rehab. And this morning I'd like to introduce you to Hywel Ward, our new head of English, who's joined us from overseas. Thank you. So, Hal.
Hello.
How long have you been a teacher?
I've been a teacher for 15 years. 15?
Yeah, okay.
15 years or so. I first started teaching as a result of experience in Cambodia where I was volunteering.
Okay.
Then I just led on to being more of a professional teaching capacity by retraining.
Right, brilliant.
Yeah.
We'll have a look at that at a later time then, because obviously volunteering is, and that whole element, pastoral development of students, is really important to us.
Yeah, for sure.
So, who was your favourite teacher at school then? Can you remember that far back?
Yes, I can. It's not that far back. I had a Welsh language teacher. So in Wales we are taught in English, but I also studied Welsh. And she really spoke to us on a really nice level. She was very communicative in her language teaching, which is similar to what we have here for our students here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, and I see also know that you've taken your study of language further. So I think you've got an MA.
Yeah, that's right. I did a Masters in Teaching English as a second language. That was a long time ago, 2015.
Yeah.
But that's really helped me to understand second language students.
Okay. That brings me on to my main thing really, because I must be asked nearly all the time, what is the difference between first language English and ESL, or English as a second language?
Well, in a school context, the first language would be for students who have a very high language proficiency. Gives them the opportunity, if they study those courses, to have a greater range of language. They're exposed to a more wider range of topics, which helps them in other subjects that they study in the school. But it also helps them later on in life as well. So, nowadays students they'll go to university, they'll have to write extended essays, they'll have to operate in business, and the employment space is more competitive nowadays. So having that stronger language proficiency will help them.
Okay. Because obviously one of the things we've got as well is that, so for instance, if a student has been speaking English for quite some time, we often get the thing where the students and the parents will want the student to do English as a second language so they can get a higher grade. Being English as a first language, they'll get a lower grade. Yeah. So could you just give us your opinion on that?
Well, the ESL course, or as you just said, students would operate within a limited space, if you like. So they'll write shorter essays, they'll read shorter texts, which is fine. However, it doesn't enable that student to be stretched and challenged. And we want our students at TBS to be students who are highly proficient, so they have a greater range of subject and topic knowledge to prepare them for the future.
Okay. So the ESL then is actually English second is quite a narrow course then, whereas the English first language actually develops them across the whole skill set and allows them to engage more at the higher levels in all their other subjects.
Exactly.
Okay. In fact, we were trying to come up, weren't we, with some way of looking at it through a footballing metaphor. We came up with imagine if Mo Salah could just head a ball. That's ESL.
Yeah,
but actually, with all his skill set, it's first language. He can do everything. Okay, thank you. So, what can parents do then, very simply, to help their kids with English?
Well, we just as we were mentioning earlier, we've both worked in China, where students have limited exposure to English language outside of the classroom. Whereas in the context here, students do have more opportunities for English language outside of the classroom. For example, in watching programs on television can or should be in English. Students have better access to books for reading. So as a parent, I would suggest to have greater exposure to English language, and to also give encouragement for their child as well.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah. Okay, and in fact, one we were talking about earlier, a really good one is just take your phone and just set it in English, not Arabic.
Exactly. If you reduce that, it's not to take away the importance of mother tongue, as in Arabic, but to gain exposure it's better to do things like that.
Okay, thank you. And I think we're going to have to come back to looking at how parents can support their children in English.
Oh yeah, because it's
Much,
a multitude of ways,
massive
isn't
stuff.
it?
Well, you've got
Yeah.
a master's in it, so we
Yeah.
definitely want to help parents hear you, what you've got to say.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Hywel. Thanks for
Thank you
joining
very
us.
much.
And welcome to
Thank
TDS.
you. Thank you very much.